In late 2019 and early 2020, something wild happened on the internet. Millions of people from different continents and cultures were suddenly connected by a single song. In living rooms in America, on the streets of South Korea, and in parks across Brazil, they were all doing the same dance to the same music. It was an anthem with a beat so powerful and a dance so iconic, you just had to try it. But for almost all of these new global fans, there was one little catch. They were singing along, phonetically, to words they didn't understand. They were moving their bodies to a story they couldn't comprehend. So how did a Filipino pop song, released years earlier in a language most of the world doesn't speak, become a global dance craze? This is the story of Tala by Geronimo, how it danced its way across the planet, and the powerful universal message that was hiding in plain sight the entire time. To get the story of Tala, you have to know where it came from. And that story starts not in 2019, but way back in 2015, with one of the Philippines' biggest stars, Geronimo. Nicknamed pop star royalty, Geronimo has been a force in the Philippine music scene since she won a TV singing contest called Star for a Night as a teenager. Her career is a masterclass in talent and staying power, with tons of awards and a fiercely loyal fan base called the Popsters. In 2015, Geronimo was putting together her album, The Great Unknown. It was a big project, and the label needed one more song to finish it up. They reached out to a young songwriting duo, Nika Del Rosario and Emmanuel Sambayan. The thing is, the song they would create, Tala, almost never happened. Del Rosario's first ideas for the album didn't make the cut, and she only got another chance because of a last-minute call from the record label. Originally, the song was supposed to be more atmospheric, inspired by bands like Coldplay or the Filipino group Up Dharma Down. The first version wasn't the high-energy dance track we know today, but Geronimo had other ideas. Even while recording, she imagined it as a dance craze. Following her instincts, the song was completely transformed. Producer Jumbo Bojam de Belen cranked up the tempo, injecting it with the vibrant, pulsing pop and EDM sounds that would one day make it so addictive. The song was released in late 2015. The title, Tala, means star in English, and its lyrics are a beautiful, poetic declaration of a love that's constant, defiant, and almost cosmic. It's about a love that is willing to wait and shine brightly against all odds, just like a star waiting for someone to see it. It was a well-crafted pop song from a beloved artist, and it did well in the Philippines, even winning awards at the MYX Music Awards in 2017. It was a favorite among her dedicated fans, but it didn't exactly take over the world. For that, this star had to wait a little longer. For about 3 years after its release, Tala was what you'd call a sleeper hit. The song was a solid part of Geronimo's catalog, a track she'd perform at concerts for her fans, but it hadn't crossed over into mainstream culture in a huge way. It was a faint twinkle, not the blazing supernova it was about to become. In the world of pop music, a song's life is usually short and sweet. You release a single, it gets played on the radio for a few months, and then everyone moves on. It's incredibly rare for a song to lie low for years before suddenly exploding. It just doesn't follow the usual rules of music marketing. During these years, Tala was simply a song. It was on Geronimo's album, the music video was on YouTube, and it was loved by those who knew it. But it wasn't a trend, it wasn't a challenge, it wasn't a meme. This quiet period is key to understanding its eventual comeback. Its success wasn't cooked up in a lab by a massive marketing campaign. It was a slow burn, a grassroots movement just waiting for the right spark. The song's potential was always there, baked into its DNA. The driving beat, the huge chorus, the dramatic build-up and release. All of it made the song perfect for dancing. But a dance song is nothing without dancers. It needed a community to pick it up, give it moves, and give it a new meaning. And that spark didn't come from a record label, but from the vibrant, expressive world of Filipino queer culture. The second life of Tala didn't start on a big stage, but in the heart of Manila's nightlife, especially within its thriving LGBTQ+ community. As early as 2017, the song was being played and celebrated in gay clubs. Geronimo herself has given credit to this community, even shouting out a drag performer and Geronimo impersonator named Bench Hipolito, who regularly performed Tala at the popular O-Bar. For the Filipino LGBTQ+ community, Tala became more than just a pop song. Its lyrics, written about love, found a new and powerful meaning. Themes of a steady, shining light, of finding your way by a star, and of a love that never gives up, were embraced as a metaphor for queer identity, pride, and resilience in a society that isn't always accepting. The song's composer even acknowledged it had become an anthem for the community. Some fans and writers even described it as a powerful anthem of celebration and defiance. This passionate adoption was the first big step. But a dance anthem needs a dance. The iconic choreography for Tala was created by Jorcel Dapatsi and her famous dance troupe, G-Force. The routine is pure viral genius. It's full of sharp, memorable poses, syncopated steps, and an expressive energy that perfectly matches the song's drama. The choreography is brilliant because it's both aspirational and accessible. It looks impressive when done well, but key moves, like the iconic finger point to the sky, the hip sways, and the powerful arm gestures, are simple enough for anyone to try. That's the secret sauce for a great dance challenge. Easy to learn, but hard to master. These two things, the community that gave it soul and the choreography that gave it a body, created the perfect storm. The song, which had been a glowing ember, was now a growing flame. Videos from drag performances and dance covers started to spread online. The song had its story, its people, and its moves. Now, it just needed a global platform to turn it into a worldwide wildfire. The leap from a beloved queer anthem in the Philippines to a global sensation happened incredibly fast in late 2019. This is where the power of social media kicks in. The Tala Dance Challenge exploded, finding its perfect home on short-form video apps like TikTok. These platforms are practically built for something like Tala. The algorithm loves catchy, high-energy clips and promotes trends that are easy for people to copy. Tala was the perfect fuel for this digital fire. Its strong beat and explosive chorus were made for a 15 to 60-second video, and the G-Force choreography gave users a clear template to follow. Suddenly, Tala was everywhere. You couldn't escape it. The trend hit a tipping point, creating a feedback loop where everyone wanted to join in. It wasn't just professional dancers anymore, it was celebrities, families, student groups, and even government officials. K-pop idols from groups like Momoland and Winner were seen doing the dance, pushing its reach even further. A video of a volleyball team doing the dance to playfully protest a neighbor's complaint went viral, racking up millions of views. Most importantly, all this user-generated content broke out of the Philippines and went global. YouTube compilations showed people from all over the world trying the dance. The comment sections are a beautiful mess of different flags: the United States, Brazil, Indonesia, France, Mexico, all saying the same thing. I don't understand the words, but I'm obsessed with this song. This is the heart of the phenomenon. The language barrier just didn't matter. People were drawn to the sound and the movement. The infectious rhythm and hypnotic synths created a physical reaction that made you want to dance. You didn't need to speak Tagalog to understand the feeling. The music said it all. By January 2020, Tala had officially conquered the algorithm, debuting on the US Billboard World Digital Song Sales Chart. The journey of Tala, from a local track to a global anthem, is a perfect example of how music connects us beyond language. It's a story about community, technology, and pure feeling. If you enjoy stories about the music that shapes our world, take a moment to subscribe. Your support helps us uncover more of these incredible musical stories and share them with everyone. For the millions of people who joined the Tala Dance Challenge, the experience was about joy, energy, and connection. They were part of a huge cultural moment, driven by a beat that felt universal. But they were also, without knowing it, part of a powerful declaration of love. The meaning was right there the whole time, in the very words they were trying to sing. So, what were they actually saying? Tala is, at its core, a deeply romantic and poetic song. The title, meaning star, is the central metaphor. The lyrics paint a picture of a love that is a guiding light. The iconic chorus, the part the whole world was shouting, goes, "Ang ningning ng iyong mga matay hinahanap ko sa mga tala," which translates to, "The sparkle of your eyes is what I search for in the stars." The song continues with a declaration of a love that's as constant and reliable as a star in the night sky. It's a beacon. The lyrics build on this cosmic imagery, talking about destiny and a love so deep it guides the singer's way. The song asks, "Siguro nga'y masyadong mabilis ang pagyanig ng puso ko para sa puso mo?" Which means, is the trembling of my heart for your heart happening too fast? It's a statement of vulnerability and total commitment, of risking everything for a love that feels destined. When you connect these lyrics back to the dance, the song takes on a whole new layer. The moves aren't random. They're a physical interpretation of the words. Those famous, upward-reaching hand gestures, they're literally reaching for the stars from the song. The strong, confident poses embody the certainty of the love being declared. This is why Tala worked on a subconscious level, even for those who couldn't translate it. Geronimo's powerful, earnest voice conveyed the song's emotion. The choreography translated that feeling into the universal language of movement. Dancers weren't just copying steps. They were embodying confidence, devotion, and joy. They felt the meaning, even if they couldn't explain it. The big reveal for the audience isn't just that the song has beautiful lyrics, but that the feeling they got from the music and the dance was the right one all along. The Tala phenomenon was more than just a viral moment. It left a real mark. Its legacy is one of breaking barriers and connecting cultures. For Geronimo, Tala took her from a Filipino pop star royalty to an artist with proven global reach. The music video for Tala went on to become one of the most viewed original Filipino music, OPM videos of all time, a record it held for a significant period, with hundreds of millions of views today that prove its lasting power. But maybe the biggest legacy of Tala is its role as a global ambassador for OPM, or original Filipino music. The international music scene is crowded, and it can be tough for artists from non-Western countries to get noticed. Tala smashed through that wall. It was powerful proof that a song in Tagalog could capture the world's attention on digital platforms. It created a kind of cultural discovery pipeline. For millions of listeners, Tala was their first taste of Filipino pop music. The journey started with a dance, but it led to Google searches, lyric translation videos, and a deeper appreciation for the artist and the song's meaning. This pipeline opened up a new global audience to the rich world of OPM. Compared to other massive non-English viral hits like Gangnam Style or Despacito, The story of Tala is unique. It wasn't an instant industry-backed global launch. It was a sleeper hit, brought back to life years later by a community that saw itself in the song's message. Its success is more organic, a testament to the power of grassroots movements and the incredible influence of cultural trendsetters, particularly from the LGBTQ+ community. The star of Tala may have taken years to shine its brightest, but its light hasn't faded, and it lit up a path for other Filipino artists to follow. So, how did a 4-year-old Filipino pop song take over the world? The story of Tala is about perfect timing and a wild mix of forces coming together. It started with a song built on a rhythm you couldn't ignore. It was adopted by a passionate community that gave it a new soul and paired with an iconic dance that gave it a language anyone could speak. Finally, it was blasted into the stratosphere by social media algorithms that feed on exactly this kind of contagious, copyable content. Tala worked not in spite of its Filipino identity, but because of the universal feelings it sparked. Its magic is that the rhythm felt like joy, the dance looked like confidence, and the voice sounded like devotion. Those are human emotions that don't need translation. In the end, millions of people did dance to a Filipino song without knowing the words. But they weren't clueless. They understood the most important part, the feeling. They felt the celebration, the defiance, and the pure joy woven into its melody. And in doing so, they proved a simple, beautiful truth. Sometimes you don't need to speak the same language to be looking at the same star.